Welcome to the 2018 North American International Auto Show here in Detroit. I'm Autoblog Senior Editor Alex Kirstein.
And I'm Senior Editor of Green, John Snyder.
And we're here to present the Tech of the Year Award. The winner, as you might have heard, is the multi-stage hybrid system that's found on the Lexus LC 500H. And we're going to tell you a little bit about the process of selecting the Tech of the Year winner and a little bit about the finalists. So John, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the Tech of the Year Awards evaluation goes?
So we start with all the innovations that came out in the recent year, and we narrow that down to 5 cars that we drive and evaluate based on how well their technology works and whether it advances the industry. And then from there, we select 3 finalists.
The 3 finalists this year were the Chevy Colorado ZR2 with its Multimatic suspension, the Nissan ProPilot system, which we evaluated on a prototype Rogue, which was kind of cool, and of course a multi-stage hybrid system from Lexus. The reason we selected this system as a winner, there were several, but the primary reason is that we really loved how the multi-stage hybrid system puts driver involvement front and center. While it's an efficient system, it's not just focused on efficiency, it's also focused on making it a seamless and enjoyable system that enhances driver involvement. And that's really sort of why it came to the forefront of voting. It was the runaway winner.
And it seems like a very complicated system, and it is, but when you interact with the car, it feels seamless, it feels just like a normal car, and it maximizes efficiency and performance, which is wonderful.
Let's take a closer look at the LC 500H's innovative multi-stage hybrid system, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Group Vice President and General Manager Jeff Bracken of Lexus.
The Lexus LC 500H wins the 2018 Technology of the Year for its clever execution of hybrid technology to generate performance and efficiency. It gives the gorgeous LC 500H a sophisticated edge over other sports cars. Here's why. So I ranked the Lexus LC 500H first on my ballots because I thought the integration of the technology was just the best.
The powertrain setup is super interesting and kind of convoluted, using 2 very different systems mated together.
The most impressive thing about it is how seamlessly it works. In normal driving, 95% of the time, you wouldn't even know that there's 2 different kind of transmission technologies in this car.
From front to back, the thing is just filled with technology, and technology I can't even begin to understand. It has 2 transmissions.
This is a strange combination of a continuously variable transmission and a 4-speed automatic that they've been mated.
Under certain circumstances, particularly full throttle acceleration in manual mode, you can tell a slight difference between when the conventional automatic shifts and the planetary gear set shifts.
The brief was ambitious. They want to have a hybrid Grand Tour that really connects with the driver and speaks to the driver.
Essentially, it's like driving a really good 10-speed automatic transmission. It's sporty, it's fun, and I really think they nailed it.
I'm pleased that the Lexus LC 500H won Autoblog's Tech of the Year this year because while electric cars are great, they're not quite ready for mass adoption. We just can't make enough batteries to make them practical for everyone. So a car like this extends the amount of time that hybrids can fill the gap between conventional gasoline or diesel-powered vehicles and fully electric cars.
All right, we're back and we're excited to be joined by Mr. Bracken, who's here to accept the award. And Jeff, I'd like to sort of talk to you a little bit about the LC 500H. As I mentioned before, we were really impressed with the attention to driver involvement and engagement in the vehicle. And I'm wondering sort of how you decided that that would be the focus of this product.
You know, if you think about the history of Lexus in the United States, so we started in 1989, so, you know, relative to our competitors, we're a little bit young, but we've probably been most known for building quality vehicles, right? But the aspect, or maybe the gap for us over the years, has been the excitement aspect and the driver involvement. So for us to come out with a vehicle like LC 500 or the LC 500 Hybrid H, and make sure that the drivers involved was, I think, a very purposeful step on the part of our engineers, our designers. And so that's kind of the background in terms of why we felt compelled to come up with something that's even more emotional than what we've had in the past.
It must have been a fun vehicle to develop because it's, you know, it's objectively beautiful. It's a very interesting design. The interior is almost like the concept that is derived from exactly. It must have been fun to work on.
I got to tell you, this was one of those vehicles from a design standpoint. It looked absolutely gorgeous and stunning as a concept, but then to see the production car come out almost identical to the concept was a huge win, not only for the designers and engineers, but on the receiving end of that, and for certainly our consumers, it was beyond any of our expectations.
The engineering here is pretty impressive. It's something that's a little hard for lay people to understand, but the fact of the matter is when you get in the car and drive it, it feels perfectly natural and it's seamless. But you're also getting that, you know, that drivability plus efficiency. I think it's kind of a nice gap as we add more electrification to cars. How is this sort of pointing toward Lexus's future electrification strategy?
So obviously, you know, it was important that what we've done is we've taken a 4-speed transmission and married it up to a continuously variable transmission, right? But the marriage there was one, we didn't want to lose any of those shift points, right? So we've actually, in some cases, simulated some of those shift points, but I would challenge even our engineers to determine, you know, was that a simulated shift point or was that an actual shift point? Right. So to have a hybrid that has 10 shift points effectively was a big win for us.
I know you probably can't talk about future product, but can we expect to see more electrification like this where the driver is at the forefront of the system as opposed to it just purely being an efficiency move?
Absolutely. You know, we've made a global announcement that by 2025, all of our vehicles will be electrified or have an electrified option. As a matter of fact, you won't see us producing any vehicles outside of that range in the as we move down the future path. But we don't want to really ever disconnect that driving thrill, whether it's hybrid technology or fuel cell technology or gasoline technology, whatever that technology might be. There's certainly a tremendous amount of conversation about autonomy and artificial intelligence, and we're absolutely as engaged in that technology as any of our competitors, as evidenced by so many of our patents. But we just, you know, feel like the enthusiasm of being in this car business and being behind the wheel and feeling the acceleration. I mean, this hybrid system actually, from an off-the-line standpoint, in many ways is robust as the gas version. So we really want to make sure that we don't lose that, that feeling.
How has this technology sort of developed over the years for Lexus?
You know, this is one of those areas where, as the luxury brand of the greater parent, right, Toyota Motor Sales and Lexus as a division, oftentimes we want to be the leader in terms of technology. In this area of hybrid technology, it actually began with Toyota and the Prius. And I would have to tell you, even when you get into things like fuel cell technology, I think we're actually okay on the Lexus side, letting some of that build out, and we can learn from that so that when we do come to market with our Lexus hybrids, they're quite refined and we don't lose any of that acceleration or enthusiasm feel, and you'll just see more and more and more of that kind of development moving forward from Lexus.
It's interesting to me that, you know, some of this technology came over from Toyota, and now I expect this might end up moving some of this technology from the LC over into the Toyota side.
So there's no question. I mean, we're all part of the same parent corporation, right? So we certainly are able to benefit by shared technologies between the two divisions, and this would be a great example, I'm sure, where there will be benefits both ways.
Jeff, since we've given the award to this technology, I'm sure buyers might be interested to know if it's available in any other vehicles from your company.
It will be. We have our 5th generation LS, which is our flagship sedan, which begins hitting markets next month in February, and it will also have this same hybrid technology as is in the LC 500H. So we really believe there's a huge upside as it relates to the future of hybrid for Lexus, and even from the standpoint of volume in terms of what hybrid represents of our total mix.
Well, Jeff, thank you for joining us. We're proud to award the 2018 Technology of the Year Award to the Lexus multi-stage hybrid system as tested in the LC500H. So thank you very much. And congratulations.
This is a really proud moment for us. So thank you very much to you and to you for.
Yeah, thanks. Congratulations.
Yeah, you bet, guys. It's really nice to be part of this conversation with Autoblog.